What's going on, everybody? It's Childish back at it again, coming at you with another Summoner's War video. And in today's video, we're going to be bringing you guys some educational content for you all, essentially teaching you how to counter one of the more toxic units in the game right now, Douglas, aka Fire Ryu. So for those of you guys that are interested in learning about this, stay tuned because we're going to be talking about some of the free-to-play and pay-to-win options that I utilize in order to take this one down. And then let's just address the sheer fact that while this thing has so many elements of it that makes it absolutely disgusting, it's not as scary as it seems. Okay, so again, let's go ahead and just talk about the unit real quick here and why it's like outrageously OP, and then we'll go ahead and get into some of the counters that I was discussing here. But do me a favor, if you guys are going to be watching this video till the very end, listen to the units that I provide, and is there any other units out there that you guys utilize to go and counter this one, whether you see it in RTA, Guild War defense, Siege defense? Leave it in the comment section down below. Looking forward to hearing to see what you guys utilize for this one as well. So first and foremost here, I just want to go through its kit real quick. All right, we got skill 1, attack break for 2 turns, skill 2, the branding ability that can go into the skill 1, the mock punch, and then last but not least, of course, the attack is the best form of defense here, basically being able to counterattack the opponent and providing like I said, essentially an opportunity to counterattack with the second skill, provide the branding, and then essentially have that 30% chance to go into skill 1, the monster. So again, a nice little combo here. What makes this one outrageously deadly is the fact of a couple of things here. Now with the recent change, we got the ability to remove a harmful effect. So if you're bringing essentially, you originally started to bring in like a crowd control comp, some kind of a unit that can stun like this guy. Now he can get out of it if you happen to glance here. And then combine that with the opportunity to provide an attack break on this unit, making it more likely that you will glance. And let's not forget the leader skill, providing the leader skill, if they have to go with that to give you even more attack here. This unit just makes it really, really hard to deal with, you know, as you're looking at it from foresight here. So did I say that right? Foresight, hindsight? I don't even know. But anyways, we're just going to roll with it. So again, I'm just going to show you my particular build here. I'm running the attack, crit damage, attack. And while I think there could be a little bit of improvement across the board here, overall really happy with this build. But again, guys, as far as this unit goes, I was the first one to say, like, oh my god, when I see it every single time, I gotta ban it, I gotta ban it, because you know the cleave comp I use is just a pain in the butt. He's a pain in the butt to deal with. And then if they ban my Jogun, which doesn't allow me to essentially scroll trap him, I'm gonna have myself a hard time. But my number one counter, and we're gonna talk about number one for me because of the style that I use, is actually Water Ryu, right? So if you guys have Water Ryu or more, this unit is obviously a fantastic unit to utilize, you know, for the cleave comps and whatnot here, but also just for the sheer fact that not only does it have that same skill 1 there, the ability to provide that attack power, but again, the way how I have it built, I'm utilizing a high amount of attack. And I think that's the number one kind of tip as far as just overall counters here. If you're looking to counter Fire Ryu, you just need to bring units that are going to be providing a little bit more attack on them, right? The higher the amount of attack that they have, the less likely that they're going to be able to glance. And so that's going to be even better for you, essentially, like I said before, utilizing this Fire Ryu, because when Fire Ryu provides that decreased attack power, he has less attack power, which means all the other units that you provide are obviously going to be, it's going to be a little bit easier for them not to glance because Fire Ryu has a little bit less attack power here. And of course, again, we already kind of mentioned another pay-to-win option as well. Scroll trapping, trap him with the scroll, and then just work on everybody else if he happens to be like the worst one here. And I generally, I'm not super big into scroll trapping him unless I'm bringing in unless like he happens to pick it like last pick, and I have like a little bit more wind, like Chung Pung Charlotte or whatnot here, and I have more AoE units that could potentially glance on him. I'll scroll trap him and I'll deal with him at the very end. If I can make it that far. Now, as far as some other pay-to-win options here and ways to counter hit, I think probably the easiest one to talk about outside of, you know, making your units, you know, heavy attack. That's kind of number one. You just make them heavy attack and they'll be fine. Is to do non-elemental damage. Damage is provides a fixated amount that doesn't worry about, you know, anything else. So again, units like the Wusa with the skill 2 here, units like Molong. Okay, units like Bolverk here, anything like Scion, CR, you know, those elemental bombs that are just going to blow up and take them out. Those are going to be some great options to deal with here. And then kind of stemming from some of the free-to-play options, again, there's not I guess you could say there's not really, I can't really think of any free-to-play bombers per se, but I would have to say as far as the free-to-play category for units that could either provide the attack buff to make it easier for your other units to take it down, or just have overall higher amount of attack to do it. These are some of the units that I utilize in Guild War offense and Siege offense. So free to play option, Fran with the ability here, skill 3, being able to provide the attack power for 2 turns. The attack power decreased for 2 turns, but not only that, we also have the attack power buff. So again, even though this unit, has the potential to provide himself a little bit more attack power per se, you provide the attack power for your party, which essentially makes it, less likely that you're going to glance on it because you have higher amount of attack here. So in addition to that, another unit that I think is underrated and overlooked, a very, very good unit, especially in Siege offense and Guild War offense as well, Lucia. 2A Lucia here. So you guys are like, well, wait a minute, it's not the same as the Fran, Childish. The skill 3 doesn't have the attack break. That's not really what I'm talking about here. The fact that it is water, so it's going to be, less likely to glance on a fire unit. But this unit is built with attack power. Why is that? Because you have yourself an opportunity to heal. Obviously, you're going to be fairly tanky here, but you're gonna make sure you have some attack subsets here, because the recovery ability that we got going on here is based on the proportionate to the attack power here. So again, on top of that, you have that opportunity to provide a 2-turn sleep on this one. So if you're doing something to where you can create maybe a single target team and essentially control this one over and over and over again, the 2-turn sleep alongside basically the 2-turn sleep alongside other units that you can utilize to manipulate the attack bar, you can essentially use this quite a bit here. And if you're lucky enough to get a violent proc here or there, you can almost like keep this one permanently locked down. And let's not forget, we have the opportunity to freeze it as well on skill 1. So again, I think this is a fantastic unit to utilize here. So also, I don't want to say free to play, but I'd say this is obtainable. We got to give some credit to these units here. I think Suki is a fantastic unit as well. I have mine on Swift Revenge. You can go a wide variety of ways, but Suki has that built-in ability that allows him to improve his attack power over time. So again, you're going to be providing yourself quite a bit of attack power already from the get-go, but the amount of attack power that you're going to get on this unit is going to be really good, really good. And the fact that it has 2 ways of providing them a little bit of HP, I think it's going to be an absolute beast when it comes to taking advantage of this one and doing a lot of damage and be able to take it out. So those I think are the main ones that I wanted to address. I don't think there was anything else that I can think of. But those are the main ones essentially that I use for that specific thing. Again, you got the units that are going to have either attack breaks, high attack power builds, or essentially non-elemental damage. Like I said before, Wusa, Molong, Ciara, Scion, any bomber per se. Those would be absolutely amazing to take advantage of here. So again, that's going to be it for the video. Didn't want to make this one like a super long video, but I just want to talk about some of the things that I'm seeing along the way and how, some of the ways that I'm dealing with. Because at the end of the day, guys, we got a video coming out here to talk about my G1 rank and where it's actually at right now. Okay, spoiler alert, we're not G1 right now, but I'm going to get into that here in the next video. But the reality of it is that I've had to pivot quite a bit, and I've had to utilize a lot more units that I wasn't expecting to. So again, taking advantage of the units that we have available in our arsenal. There's quite a bit of them, and hopefully one of these few options that I provided for you will be able to help you out. Again, if you found this video helpful in any way, shape, or form, you all know what to do. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you guys all in the next one. Take care.